911 operator. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Game about the difficult... What? I mean, a game. It should be 911 operator is a game about... I'll do it for you, mate. 911 operator is a game about the difficult work of people that manage emergency lines and services. This is so bad English. Your task is to answer incoming calls and to react properly. Give first aid instructions, advise, dispatch correct number of firemen. What? Police, ambulances, or sometimes just ignore the call. Play on any city in the world. Right, we'll forget the bad grammar. So what is 911 operator? Well, it's a game I chose to do a WAB on instead of Styx. That's what. And the reason that I didn't do a review and I won't be doing a review on Styx is because Styx looks like a big pile of shit. Both of these games are out now. Styx came out today. But I watched a couple of gameplay videos of it and I just thought, seen it, done it, what a load of uninteresting garbage. The same crawling around, leaping from platform to platform, jumping over there, So this is 911 operator, guys. This is quite a different kind of game. It's kind of a unique game, really. I haven't played anything like this before. Basically, what you do, you play the role of the guy who sits, or girl, who sits in the office looking at screens with headphones on, and when you make a 911 call or a 999 call, they're the people that answer the phone. It's now you. And what you do is you have got to send the assets to the specific places. You control the fire, the ambulance, and the police, the three main emergency services. That might sound boring, but here's the thing, you also have to financially manage them. You also have to equip them. You buy the new patrol cars, new fire engines, new ambulances. You buy new weapons for them. You buy bulletproof vests, first aid kits, technical tools. You can buy helicopters, motorbikes. You know, you buy. How do you get money? You get money by successfully completing a duty. A duty is like a day's work. When everybody goes out, the phones start ringing, you're sending people everywhere. If you successfully do a day and you are sending the right people to the right jobs and resolving crime, you will get rewarded with money. You'll obviously get the fines that you set on people as well. And so you will have money at the end of that day to plough back into your team. You might need to hire more men, you might need a new vehicle. You might be a bit short in a certain area, and that's how the game plays. It's quite a fun management game. What I will say as well is it's a very tough game. Luckily there's 3 difficulty levels and they are quite nice, the difficulty levels, although even on normal I've been sacked quite a few times. I streamed this the other day and got sacked, and I've played it quite a bit today and been sacked a good couple of times today as well. You have to be careful that you don't get bogged down at a certain scene, because you may have a situation, say, where there's a party at a house. That gets out of hand, drugs are involved, somebody picks up a weapon, bam. Now, you send the police, you then need to send an ambulance. The rest of the people there suddenly start rioting. It escalates big. So you have to send more ambulances to get more people to hospital. But while all this is happening, and more police, and while this is happening, somebody has a heart attack. Somebody's given birth. You've got no more ambulances and the clock's ticking down. What do you do? And this is the kind of thing, you have to send the right team. What I've done is I've got a police van full of heavily armed officers. Well, not heavily armed, but there's a lot of officers in the van, and they can deal with the big major shooting incidents. I've got fast cars to deal with stolen cars and getaway drivers and stuff like that. So you have to send the right people to the right place. It's the same with the fire brigade. You've got a technical fire engine and you've got a fire engine that puts out fires. The technical one has all the car cutting equipment to unblock roads and stuff like that. So you have to be careful that you're sending the right job to the right place. But you've also got to be careful how you handle the calls. You can't just, be an arse on the phone, and you do have multiple choice answers when you're dealing with the general public ringing in. They may have a chip pan fire, and everybody knows you put a chip pan fire off by pissing on it. And so you have to tell them in the actual conversation to squat over the pan and piss all over. If it's a woman or if it's a guy, just, if he's circumcised, he can stand from quite a way back and So you have to have a bit of first aid knowledge. There was a guy stabbed and she says, shall I pull the knife out? And I remember, no, you don't pull the knife out. Leave it in and just pack it until the ambulance arrives. So you've got to be able to give all this information. The downside of all this is you kind of get a lot of the same calls over and over again, unless you're switching maps all the time. And you can do that. There's a career mode where it starts you off in an easy map and it progresses and you get sacked after 2 or 3 days. And then there's a free mode where you can play on any map you want, but get this, the game knows where you live and says, oh, I see you live over there. Would you like the map for where you live? And you download the map of where you are, so you're playing in your local area, and it's like you'll get a call saying, oh, go over to Roman Avenue. You think, Roman Avenue, that's just around the corner from where I live. And it's so much fun playing in the same area as you. And you know, the game is fun. I've got to say, the game is fun. It's £10 and I really do like it. It's one of these games you can pick up and have a bit of fun, have a bit of management. And there's the hook, like I said, the hook is to get bigger and better forces, to get more police cars, more ambulances, more fire services, helicopters and all the rest of it. But there is a bit of a... it has a DLC, guys. Now, it's the Kickstarter DLC. It's the kind of the bonuses that people were offered for kickstarting this. And it's quite a hefty DLC. For example, the DLC gives you 8 special emergency vehicles. You've got bicycles, unmarked police car, sports car, armoured van, large police helicopter, medical bike, large ladder and a mobile hospital. It also has 6 more equipment types: police dog, shotgun, taser, defibrillator, heavy fire suit and a bomb disposal robot. There's also 15 more report types, chemicals on fire, street fights and computer game. Basically, guys, what I'm trying to tell you is the DLC, in my opinion, is essential for this game. I mean, it says that it isn't. It says, and I quote, the DLC is not essential to fully enjoy nor finish the game. Basically, I would say, looking at the DLC, it's at least a third of the game. So the way and I know they did this for Kickstarter, but at the end of the day, the way I'm looking at this game, guys, is you've got 2/3 of the game for £10 and the other third for £3.49. So I'm going to say that this game altogether is £13.50. That's how much it is, because I think that if you're going to buy this, you should buy the DLC as well and play the whole fucking game, not just a bit of it. So, Mr. Developer, I just think they should have just released the game at £13.50 with everything in and not hidden it behind a paywall. That's bullshit. Luckily the game's good and I'm going to thumb it up because it is a fun game. I'm enjoying it. It's a great game to stream as well. It's good fun. We had a good laugh last night playing this. But it's one of these pick up and play games. Each day will last maybe about 15 minutes or so. Well, it's about 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes, and it's fun, it's stressful, it's nerve-wracking, it's bloody frustrating as well, but it is a fun game. It's got to be said, guys, it's a fun game. It's a simulator game that's actually fun. There's a few things I don't like about it. I mean, there was a guy who had diarrhea and sickness and I refused to send an ambulance and I got actually fined for that because it could have been potentially serious. No, he just had the shits. Gastroenteritis, you do not phone an ambulance for that. But, you know, most of the cases are pretty good and pretty accurate, and they do score you accurately for what you do. So a lot of fun to be had here, guys, if you fancied this desk job. And another good thing I like about this game is it's one of them games that you can do other things while you're playing it. You know, you can have your cup of tea. You just need the mouse. There's one hand. You can do this with one hand, guys. So if you want to do something else with the other hand. So there you go, guys. 911 Operator it's worth a buy. It's worth a buy despite the shitty DLC.
Oh my God! Sir, what's happening there? My daughter! My daughter! What happened to your daughter, sir?